Hop là. Bonsoir, chers amis. C'est Deaso et on se retrouve donc aujourd'hui, ce soir, sur honkaistarrail. J'aurais espéré pouvoir lancer plus tôt, mais non. Bon, on se lance à 23h, évidemment. Donc on est au port Mire-Étoile. Donc on est toujours sur la suite de Continuité Pionnière. Donc Rencontre de Haute, Volee, Partie 2, Pacte de sang. Donc c'est la deuxième partie sur cette quête, donc n'hésitez pas à aller voir la dernière partie pour le début. Et puis Rencontre de Haute Volee, partie 1 aussi. C'est les conseils de Fake Xiao. Tout le monde abandonne l'idée d'une traque à grande échelle et se concentre sur les motivations de la proie. Ainsi que le port Mire-Étoile, où les loups ont été repérés pour la première fois, devient le terrain de chasse pour traquer les Borissiens. Enquêtons. Avec la générale. Bon. Nous avons ici jour 5, on récupère ça. Voilà la danse martiale. Fougue de l'au-delà. Ouais, faut continuer pour pouvoir débloquer la danse martiale. Et puis pour le reste, on verra. Or et machine. Toujours corps. Donc pas commencé. Quoi d'autre? Ah oui, succès. On a récupéré un succès. Des Lingsha pour maintenir Fu Yuan sur le champ de bataille jusqu'à la victoire. Ouais, c'est tout. Rien de vraiment intéressant. Oh, attendez. Vraiment cool. Ah, donc là c'est Oyo Lab. Bon, parfait. On va pouvoir continuer. C'est pas là, n'est-ce pas? Ouais. Ah, il y a des gens.
This is where we ran into the Borissian last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened.
Yanqing a peut-être mis les Borissiens en alerte.
If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borissian wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borissian here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those two Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Interrogez tous ces individus louches. Monsieur, vous êtes tous très louches. En fait, on va tous vous taper.
Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
Le port Mire-Étoile est bouclé.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borissian?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
Monsieur l'artisan.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yanqing.
Le port Mire-Étoile est bouclé.
No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
Bonsoir, le linker.
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Ok, lui, il a l'air d'être legit.
Lieutenant Yenxing and General Feixiao?
You're aware of the Borissian prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Interrogé sur la raison de sa présence.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
Interrogé à propos du fondeur des cieux.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenxing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenxing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Totalement interrogatoire.
So, it seems that some Borissian have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
Ça va être les employés de la Commission du Ciel.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
Oui, donc c'est ceux qui ont menti. Ils ont menti. Ou ils pensent peut-être que c'est vrai, mais ils sont pas encore fous. Bon. On est où niveau histoire? J'ai pas trop suivi hier. Ouais, bonsoir à Akeron aussi. Ah, Akeron qui a retiré son message. Est-ce que je peux le voir? Nope. Il a retiré, je peux plus le voir. Tant pis. On va attendre qu'il y ait une pause au scénario et je vais faire un... Et oui, en japonais, ça voit. Ouais, mais je préfère en anglais. En anglais, je comprends ce qu'il dit, en fait. Je préfère ça.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia as on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knight's plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Messieurs, vous êtes... On vous a eu.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hoolay?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoxing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Choose your strike.
Hop. Le pragmatique, bien sûr. Enfin, pas toujours. Ça dépend. Bon, évidemment, on n'a pas les faiblesses. Mais ça ne devrait pas changer grand-chose, je pense. Si, on a la pionnière à
Let's make it quick.
destruction.
I can do this.
Et donc pour eux... Ah, pas vu.
More than that. How many can you block?
Ah, le deuxième, il est pas mort. Est-ce qu'il arrive, il est bugué? Non, je pense pas. Ce serait gros quand même s'il était bugué. Inching.
Wait for the tide.
Il est en train d'être folie lunaire. Ah! Ok, non, c'est normal. Ils sont en scénarium.
Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hoolay's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borissian escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borissian. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borissian get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
Et vous êtes une Foxienne, n'est-ce pas?
Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borissian roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqing. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqing. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Chou is trying to stall Hoolay, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hoolay from attacking Stargazer Navalia. we do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Zhou.
Bon. Tu la drops ou pas? Je fais mes tirages toujours en fin d'événement. Donc pour l'instant, j'ai pas tiré sur Fei Chao. Mais c'est ce que je vais faire. Donc, on en est au niveau histoire. Bon. Après, l'histoire, pour l'instant, on n'est pas allé bien loin. On n'est pas allé bien loin dans l'histoire de cette quête de la partie 2. Donc, il y avait que... comment ça s'était passé? Ouais, on avait eu en premier, il y a le général du Luofu qui allait à la prison des enchaînés. Il allait dans la prison des enchaînés avec Lingsha et Danhang pour enquêter sur certains points de l'attaque de la libération de Hoolay dans la prison. Et il a découvert que les Borissiens avaient certainement reçu de l'aide, avaient reçu une certaine aide, et qui ne pouvaient pas, faire leur truc avec leur médicament qui leur permet de changer l'apparence, sans récupérer de grandes quantités de ce médoc sur place, parce que bon, ils ne peuvent pas le ramener, hein, c'est logistiquement impossible. Donc ils ont forcément des gens sur le Luofu qui les soutiennent et qui les soutiennent. Enfin, des gens peut-être même haut placés. Et donc les soupçons sont allés sur les chefs des Vidyadariens, les précepteurs. Mais bon, faut voir. Donc Lingsha va essayer de les confronter. Parce que ça on n'a pas encore vu. Pour l'instant, Zhao Zhou, il essaie de survivre en tant qu'otage. Il tente des choses. Et ben voilà, c'est plus ou moins tout ce qu'il y a comme récap. Hein.
I wanna live. Doctor!
Zhao Zhou, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borissian beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloudpeer telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body... it's like she was split open. Just like...
Her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Zhao Zhou?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Zhou?
I do.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borissian bloodline while she was at death's door. Mukhtar told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borissian bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borissian. Moon Rage. A blessing for wolves. And a curse for foxes. For Borissian, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hoolay. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the luck's arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason: witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Feishao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Il a des couilles quand même. Hein. En pensant que le gars en face de lui, il a juste besoin de claquer des doigts et il est mort. Hein.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borissian, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, You won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect? With your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borissians truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Mukhtar, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Mukhtar. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borissian dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borissian packs, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borissians have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar trying to use Duran's offspring. Mukhtar, let me tell you how the Borissian will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away! Just don't come any closer! No!
Mukhtar, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Chow Chow.
Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xiangzhou Lafu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end, and new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous, in brutal battles, embrace their eternal prize. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the wolf's creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
Ah, pas une March 7, sorte de Wayam, March 7, Yuli monte à bord du fondeur d'ici et pas de la cérémonie de la danse martiale comme prévu. C'est vrai! C'est vrai que March va prendre la place de Yanqing. C'est vrai, j'avais oublié. Ah, c'est la meilleure partie.
They expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle. March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
Qu'est-ce que je fais ici déjà? Je suis là en tant que maître de la reine au nom de maître Yanqing.
As a representative of the Xianzhou Lafu, I will defeat all challengers. That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. Just keep your legs from shaking so much. It would be more convincing, March.
Au début, le deal c'était que March batte un adversaire. Maintenant, elle va les battre tous. Oh la peau. Et l'autre là qui dit je pense qu'il y a trop de ramifications et c'est Neo de honkaistarrail contrairement à Zenless Zone 0. Mais gars, mais t'as pas compris. Zenless Zone 0, c'est... On en est à la 1.2 la semaine prochaine. Quoique non, la semaine prochaine, pas directement, la semaine d'après. On est au début. Tu vas pas comprendre lorsque ça va commencer, quand ça va vraiment commencer. What's your brain? Bon, allez, on croit en toi, March. Bon, pas forcément beaucoup, mais on y croit.
As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Lafu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yanqing as the ringmaster.
Ok. Je me disais déjà que Yunli n'avait pas encore fait de... n'avait pas encore fait de commentaires sur Yanqing pour le rabaisser, et bah voilà, c'est fait.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huayan. Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Lafu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Ok, c'est le master plan de Yunli.
Master Yunli, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence? March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
Entre Yunli et Joshua que je me ferais mieux de me retirer de la compétition. Comment on ne rappelle pas Yanqing? Bon, bah, vas-y March, on y croit.
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go!
Non, le nom de March, c'est 7 mars. Et que c'est la date où on l'a sorti de sa glace, où elle a été enfermée et qu'elle se souvient même pas de son vrai nom. Et ça n'a rien à voir avec la longue marche d'après laquelle est nommée cette fusée chinoise. T'as qu'à regarder sur Wikipédia. Voilà, longue marche, tu trouveras déjà. Longue marche du Parti communiste chinois, tu trouves. Hop, ça t'intéresse. Maintenant, marche.
There is no such thing as completely ready.
Voilà les contrôles de sécurité des fourneurs des cieux. Novice au sommet. Général Huayan a chargé March 7 et Yunli de monter à bord du fondeur des cieux pour participer à la danse martiale. En plus de devoir concourir pour la victoire dans l'arène, il devait également assurer la sécurité de la compétition. Un jeune épiste débutante ne peut s'empêcher d'avoir des réticences. Vraiment, on n'y croirait pas. Hein. Absolument aucune raison pour que ça arrive. Hein. Ah, match 7, assaut de la chasse sauvage. Ça mis. Pacte de sang. Ah, on va revenir sur la pionnière juste après. Bon. Nouvelle zone. Bon, c'est les clés d'arrivée.
So this is the Sky Splitter? It looked quite impressive from the ground where I was on duty, but now that I'm on board, it just doesn't seem as big as I imagined.
Oh, and how big did you imagine this impressive Sky Splitter to be? This big? This big, maybe?
Let me think. I'd expect at least a 4-hour journey by star skiff to the spectator seating from here. Otherwise, it's simply not impressive enough.
Ce serait un peu extrême pour pas grand-chose.
The bigger, the better. If you ask me, the Sky Splitter is nowhere near big enough, and there are nowhere near enough cannons.
This warship used to have loads of cannons.
Either way, I thought that the Sky Splitter would be absolutely huge, so it's not quite how I imagined it.
Are we going or not?
Le gars là, c'est Linker là, il a pas assez de canons. Ouais. plein pour des prunes. Une petite artillerie.
Miss March, this way, please.
Chez lui. On entend une petite musique. Non mais je vous connais.
Informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yanqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7?
La question c'est PTDR, t'es qui March?
If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
Match 7 est la jeune beauté de l'Astral Express. Ouais, mais d'après ce que j'ai vu, les gens ils sont plutôt à taper sur la pionnière quand même en termes de beauté, mais en termes d'attractivité en tout cas. 7 est la disciple de Yanqing. Ça c'est vrai. Je dois écouter une explication au loser. Match 7 est un maçon. Celle-là il faut que je la garde pour plus tard. C'est la disciple de Yanqing.
I am a disciple of Lieutenant Yanqing. That means that I'm also technically a grand disciple of General Qing Yuan. When you put it like that, I'm actually a pretty big deal. You completely left my name out. How rude.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive. There no danger you face. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Chickway.
Let's take a look around the contestant hall.
Le rôle des concurrents. Ça va être... Il va y avoir plein de gens super musclés.
So, this is the contestant hall.
Est-ce qu'il y a des visages familiers? Non. A priori, non.
There are so many people.
Tu connais les trash mobs. C'est bon, marche, ça va, elle peut gagner.
Before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
Être réuni à un tempérament bien trempé.
Waving around such a giant weapon, Master Yun Li favors using overwhelming force over strategy. You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. One cut, and it's over. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out.
Quoi des losers.
Why would you tell me your weakness? That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles. Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see. Who should I ask first?
C'est pour ça que les informations sont importantes. Pas chaud. Une journaliste.
I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh, you're March 7th. The stand-in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind?
En fait, je suis seulement là pour en savoir plus sur mes adversaires. Non, allez, vas-y. Les journalistes.
Oh, great. First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yunqing's not appearing in today's war dance.
Fais gaffe, Marge. Là, si tu te merdes, c'est une grosse merde. Hein.
This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yunqing is seriously injured. Is this true?
Mais non. Vous avez dit au même que ce n'était qu'une rumeur.
My apologies, this was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yunqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, let us look forward to seeing a valiant performance from you, Miss March.
On a dit ni oui ni non, hein, comme une vraie politicienne. Hein. Enfin, mauvaise politicienne.
Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
Oui, bien sûr.
May I ask who that might be?
Allez, maîtresse Yunli.
The talented swordswoman from the Xianzhou Juming, Miss Yunli. I look forward to a spectacular battle between you two. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
Ça s'est bien passé. Marc s'est bien battu sur le scène journalistique. Et vous, monsieur? Donc là, on y a Yunqing.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yunqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yaoqing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
Ah. Ça va effectivement son équipement. Yunqing porte non seulement une épée longue sur le dos, mais également une arbalète électromagnétique. Il est là pour... il va affronter le Terminator ou quoi?
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once, I'd have brought my bow.
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part in the Ringmaster's Challenge too?
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
Mais il faut pas les dire ça.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Putain, mais c'est tous ces gars de Shianzhou, match. Qu'est-ce que tu racontes? Oui, ça fait 2 semaines que je m'entraîne. Il y a tous les gars, ils sont là. Bon, on a tous 500 ans et ça fait des centaines d'années qu'on s'entraîne en combat. Qu'est-ce que tu viens faire ici, gamine? Moi, je dis qu'il va y avoir un adversaire surprise dans le tournoi qui va vraiment qui va défoncer. On sait pas, hein. Après, il y a un event après, hein.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
Ouais. Ok. Bon, elle a bien du courage, la petite marche.
Was there something you wanted to ask me?
Est-ce que vous avez des faiblesses? Mais marche! Vous avez attentivement son épée.
Ah, yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive.
Mais c'est pas un participant, marche, il est en service.
I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yuan Lee. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard.
Ah, donc c'était un peu gênant. Vous remarquez quoi que ce soit d'inhabituel?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves.
Petit rire gêné.
Another awkward pause. I knew it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves. It's a funny pun.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Ah! Making things awkward really is my weakness.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Putain, les cocktails derrière.
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed.
Ses concurrents ont l'air dignes de confiance.
Looking at these contestants, I suddenly feel a lot calmer for some reason. I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before. So, do you want to go out and see the ring?
Elle va voir la reine et ça va revenir au galop. Hein. Je vais voir à quoi ressemble la reine.
Knew it. Let's go.
Vite. Bon. Ah ok, on est au bout de la salle. Des sandwichs. Oh, des burgers tout mignons. Avec du popcorn à foison. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? C'est des desserts. Là, il y a les cocktails. Vous dites que tu es bon public, Deaso. Oui. C'est toujours plus agréable d'être bon public, hein. Honnêtement. Honnêtement, moi je trouve ça pas agréable d'être là à râler sans arrêt. Hein. Attendez, j'entends un jingle de pub. C'est la pub de...
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator seats? Look over there. That's the ring we'll be standing on. Master Yun Li? I'm getting nervous again. Can I really do this? Well, it's too late for nerves now. It's almost time. Almost time for what? As soon as I think about the mission General Hyan gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy. What do I do, Master Yun Li?
Prennent des photos, les piafs.
breastfeeding that we need to worry. Just take in the atmosphere and prepare yourself. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa's orders. I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there. Hey, focus.
En vrai, le problème des Borissiens, c'est que, voilà, maintenant, vu que tout le monde va aller sur ce bateau, s'ils essayent de passer autre part, ils vont se faire repérer. Puisque, bah, ce seront les seuls bateaux vaisseaux qui vont autre part. Mais, ils peuvent très bien se rendre sur ce navire. Et s'ils arrivent à prendre le contrôle du navire, je pense qu'ils pourraient réussir à fuir avec. Bon, après, c'est pas le plan de Hoolay, mais quand même. Ça, du point de vue de la pionnière, quand tu as l'occasion de faire un choix.
General, report. The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
That mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
Les gamins. Tiens, Mosé, il là.
All of you, get out of my way.
Général, regardez.
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hoolay ordered us to remain here, just to see. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borissian, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, Abomination?
On n'a pas changé d'équipe, yes.
Save your breath. Bladed flash! I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
Let's make it quick.
I can do this! My turn.
What? A road of no return, bro.
Time for swordplay.
Strike apart.
C'est plié. C'est très agréable d'être toujours à la râler. Ah!
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hoolay was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
Hoolay is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou Luofu.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borissian that we haven't sniffed out, Hoolay can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Lafu?
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hoolay's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borissian. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borissian wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hoolay's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions, and is planning to spread it across the Lafu and stir up panic.
Je veux dire qu'il va y avoir plusieurs attaques dispersées.
He wants to encircle us in one fell swoop. This beast is truly unpredictable.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain indoors until further notice.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun to take action.
But if Hoolay succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hoolay wants is to see everyone on the Lafu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Lafu for signs of an attack until we exhaust ourselves. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is underneath. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection. No matter what Hoolay does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Lafu. The only way for him to escape is to find a ship.
Le fendeur des cieux est son unique option.
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go. So, that will also be our final battlefield.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, what do we do then? Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that we will ask ourselves, but never be able to answer. Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemies' movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. We must make a decision, no matter what. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are safe on the ground. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Jiao Cho.
Vous pouvez compter sur moi.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return to the Sky Splitter.
If Hoolay does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am able to arrive.
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade in my hands that he shall not escape.
Les dégâts se dispersent pour mettre en place des mesures de contrôle. Je suis des nuls à attendre l'instruction.
Cloud Knights, the Borissians have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borissians to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard. Calling Starskip Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borissian attacks.
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskip Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
Ah, au moment où elle a dit ça, je me suis dit, c'est garanti. Et effectivement. De Fake Shao. Ce Fake Shao utilise sa technique, elle fait bénéficier d'une augmentation de sa vitesse de déplacement et attire les ennemis sur son passage. Si les ennemis plus les dégâts sont élevés, il faut le combat engagé.
There you are, Fei Shao. Madam Yukong, after 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more.
Ah, bah ok.
It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get this started.
Remember, you are still on the lawful. Try not to go too wild.
Let's see. All together.
Ok, c'est comme ça que ça marche. Je pensais que je pouvais aller plus loin. Je pense qu'il fallait aller pour moi aller à gauche. Ouf. Instant kill.
Short respite, then time for the next fight.
Pour l'équipe.
Let's see.
C'est où les ennemis? Il n'y a plus de jeu, non. Non, c'est juste que là, on peut utiliser ces trucs. C'est juste pour les trash mobs, en fait. Acheron, elle faisait déjà ça. Hein. Bon, après, c'est un peu plus cheaté, les trucs d'Acheron. Acheron, c'était, je crois, un ennemi à la fois.
It seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a star skiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hoolay has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow!
What's that? Everyone, out of the way!
Même ce du point de vue de la pionnière. L'occasion de faire un choix, faisant un que tu es sûr de ne pas regretter. Ça, l'allée des orames, le flèche devant tirer depuis... avoir des associatifs. Fais le ménage.
Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hoolay and Zhao Chou's whereabouts.
Est-ce que Zhao Chou est encore en vie?
He has to be. A retainer like myself is nothing more than an insignificant shadow who stands by the general's side. But Zhao Chou is different. Without his careful treatment, the general wouldn't even be here today. Hopefully, he can use that silver tongue of his to buy himself enough time. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borissiens that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
Je vais aller chercher les survivants. Oh, l'allée des orames.
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war slave? So decisive, so brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the warhead has his eyes on her.
Tiens donc, ce ne serait pas...
The sneak that infiltrated the shackling prison. Mukhtar, you are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hoolay and Zhao Chou?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that we beasts know well, it is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I will be that arm. I lived as a hunter for many years, yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes, like the moon of Verdantia. He has shown me the way. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. We were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hoolay, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should die for it as well. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death.
How honorable, you mangy dog. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you down.
It boils in my veins. Long live Hoolay! The Borissian resurgence is at hand!
Borissian resurgence? You think you can still pillage and murder freely as you did 1,000 years before? You're sure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
Fight! Strength like this will set me running!
Don't come any
Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all!
Rules are made to be broken.
Luck of the draw. Freeze and victory!
Oh, il doit tenir. T'es sûr que tu dois tenir, hein? On lui envoie tout dans la gueule.
Borissian resurgence shall come.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borissian.
It seems that Mukhtar got what he wished for.
Hoolay, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Xiao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Mukhtar.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Watsa. I am here, Hoolay. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borissian blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hoolay, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borissian. Anything that we gift, we are also free to reclaim. The Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the Sky Splitter. Before you arrive, I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate this ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xianzhou is. and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship for the Borissian resurgence. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me, or die at my hands. This is the path that I have prepared for you.
I accept your challenge, Hoolay. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
Donc c'est du point de vue de Yunli. Juste avant de lancer, on a danse martiale, fondeur des cieux.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
Ok, il y a Yunli qui imite son papy.
That's easy for my grandfather to say. But this mission doesn't seem so simple anymore. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.
March!
March, it's me, Yunli. Are you okay?
Ah! Il y a March qui est dans le coin.
She's still a nervous wreck. You still seem nervous.
I wasn't this nervous before. It's just being alone in this lounge, I can't stop thinking about everything. I mean, not only are we taking part in the war dance, but we have such an important mission to carry out as well.
March, calm down.
Calme! T'inquiète pas, pour la mission, je suis là pour t'aider.
Don't worry about your mission. You have me here too, right? I know my grandfather said that you must represent the Luofu as the ringmaster. But don't let that intimidate you.
Ah, Linka, il s'est endormi. Ah, c'est pour ça que depuis 14 minutes, on n'a rien entendu. C'était calme. Hein. Presque des vacances.
Of the Astral Express. You have always been free to come and go as you please. So, why did you board the Sky Splitter with me when my grandfather gave us this mission?
Why? Because I also want the war dance to go smoothly. For us Nameless, even though we're just visitors at every stop, it was here that I met my two masters and made many new friends. I want the war dance to go ahead without any problems, for everyone's sake.
Good answer. The tournament is about to begin, so I must go carry out the mission that Grandpa gave me. March, may your blade be sharp and your victory glorious.
Thank you, Master Yunli.
Grand maître Yunli.
I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if there have been any new developments.
Is that you, Miss Yunli? If there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know.
Où sont les chevaliers des nuages?
Cloud Knights are all in position, following General Hua Yan's orders.
Very good. Although, there is one thing I want to confirm with you.
Est-ce que vous avez un moyen d'identifier les Borissiens?
Unfortunately, we don't have any means to distinguish between Borissian and Foxians. However, you can rest assured that the Cloud Knights are working hard to investigate the source of forged identities.
Parle-moi du déploiement des chevaliers des nuages.
All Cloud Knights on the Sky Splitter have their own responsibilities and wouldn't dare neglect their posts.
March 7th and I could already tell. It's clear that every Cloud Knight soldier we've met on the Sky Splitter is an elite warrior.
Je veux savoir si vous avez remarqué quoi que ce soit de normal à l'embarquement.
Your timing is perfect, Miss Hoolay. We actually just received an emergency boarding request.
An emergency boarding request?
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter Starskiff registry, but all the documentation checked out.
Who would be boarding the ship at this time? Where are they? I'll go check it out.
The Starskiff is using the contestant docking bay. Would you like me to lead the way?
No need. You have your own duties to take care of. I will be fine by myself.
Est-ce que c'est Hoolay qui arrive? C'est vrai que Yunli, elle a la giga épée.
Routine inspection. All passengers, please prepare for an inspection. So this is the suspicious Starskiff. Where did the passengers go? I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running out. 3, 2, 1.
Wait a second.
Ah!
It's me. It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you? Is that also some kind of Zhuming custom?
Tu n'es pas un Borissien déguisé, n'est-ce pas?
Wait! Even though the Borissian can disguise themselves, they can't turn into someone as short as me. Put your sword away.
Didn't little Yenqing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt instead? Help shoulder the general's burdens?
The Borissian on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hoolay, so I requested to come to the Sky Splitter and provide support.
I can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter after running around all over the place. But you're too late to enter the tournament now. Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud of her?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud, but also a little concerned.
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know that...
What's happening?
Il arrive.
Does it feel like the Sky Splitter is slowed down? Could it be? Come with me. We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need to prioritize its safety.
Il est là. Par contre, il a pris un moment pour sortir. Hein. Bon, c'est vrai qu'elle a compté vite. Ah oui. Voilà. Changeons d'équipe. Voilà des Yanqing pour le lore. Avant de donner bestiaire. Et à qui manque comme bestiaire là? C'est vrai, c'est la nouvelle version. Cercueil hurlant qui est là. Je pense pas qu'il y aurait des cercueils hurlants. Ouais, feu imaginaire. Physique vent. Ah oui, 94 sur 96. Je pensais qu'il y avait 4 entrées qui manquaient, mais non, effectivement, c'est que 2. Ah. Petit succès. L'église a mis avec des dégâts techniques. La question que je me pose, c'est... Combien de temps est-ce que ça va durer? Est-ce qu'on va vraiment la voir la bataille finale maintenant? Voilà, c'est minuit et demi. Hein. Je pense qu'on va regarder si on n'a pas bientôt un moment pour s'arrêter. On terminera la semaine prochaine. Là, Yuli, elle est pieds nus. Hein. C'est quoi cette boîte?
Strange. Why is there no one here?
Cloud Knights. They're over here.
And you should be lying alongside them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to hide your bodies over here.
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would go ahead uninterrupted, and that I was worrying for no reason.
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations!
La fine équipe. Ah, bon, après, lui, ça va rien.
Right on time. Yes, you! Right on time. Yes, you!
Defense.
Un de moins.
Bring mountains! Do this!
Oh no!
Strike apart!
We found 2 wolves in the engine room. That means that even more abominations have infiltrated other areas. Hoolay is already aboard the Sky Splitter!
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If my guess is correct, the Borissians will most likely use the ceremony to begin their slaughter. Let's go. We need to get to the war dance ring.
Vite! Finalement, la boîte, bah c'est juste une boîte. Déception.
Come with me to the ring.
Bonjour. Arrêtez. Raté.
This way. We're not too late.
Ah. Lui, il m'a pas raté. 30, ouais. Ah là là.
Stay put.
How many can you block?
Within the self, not the sword.
Your answers?
Et là.
From this moment on, the Sky Splitter belongs to me. And for you, dear spectators, I have prepared a true fight to the death. Run for your lives!
My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see you. Cloud Knight, prepare for battle.
I see you ready for me. That's fine too. Since you have all prepared for your deaths, come, give me all you've got. Entertain me.
Ça a bien vu pour raison de lag évident. Mais non, c'est parce que c'était un piège. Au début de la lance martiale, siège de la clairvoyance divine. Ah, il nous dit, voilà, on avait tout prévu.
This is your strategy for ensuring that the war dance will be able to be held as usual?
Precisely. When Hoolay escaped, we should have cancelled the war dance immediately. No one can predict where a wild beast like him will attack. Yet festivals and celebrations like this are likely to become targets. However, preparations for the war dance were in the works for so long, I couldn't bear to announce its cancellation. So I thought, if the show must go on, then let it go on. But that doesn't mean that the war dance we hold today has to be the real event. All we need to do is swap all the spectators and contestants aboard the ship with Cloud Knight soldiers, and the Sky Splitter, soaring high above, will become the ultimate battleground for our hunt.
But what do we do if Hoolay is not planning to attack the war dance?
Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. Then, when the time comes, there will be only one ship in the sky, and he will have no reason not to attack. General Fei Shao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape, making him think that this will be his best way out. Given that the Borissiens already have insiders on the Law Fu, I will be in charge of putting pressure on them, making them focus solely on keeping themselves safe.
Very good. Then I'd better dust off my weary bones too. I will go with the Skyfaring Commission to guard the Jade Gate and ensure that things do not spiral out of control.
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our last line of defense is a great comfort. This hunt
will make Hoolay understand that the arrows of the hunt will always be one step ahead of the abominations.
That jolt just now. What's going on? It feels like the entire ship has started to slow down. Borissian must have actually infiltrated the Sky Splitter. Based on General Huayan's orders, it's time for me to take action.
C'est le moment de gloire de March 7. Vas-y, le 7 mars. Mais... ce sera la semaine prochaine. Allez, quelqu'un qui va aller dormir. Vas-y, regarde, March. Bon. Vous savez, Yunli dirige, voilà, la reine de la danse martiale. Et voilà. Enfin, bon. Ça aurait été sympa si on aurait pu terminer, mais je sais pas combien de temps ça va prendre encore. Je pense que vraiment là, il va y avoir le combat final contre Hoolay qui va pas tarder à débouler. Donc c'est la semaine prochaine, on arrive à bien liver, 1h30. Il y a peut-être un monde où on arrive à finir. Peut-être. La marche, je suis en train de faire ces animations là. Oh la ref. Tu veux dire Marche qui essaie de prendre des photos? The pain the game. Tu veux dire c'est une ref à No Game No Life? C'est ça? Je crois que c'était ça le nom du manga. Bref. Bref. On va y voir. Donc, on va affronter Hoolay donc la semaine prochaine. Quand, je ne sais pas encore. En tout cas, demain soir, on va live sur ZZZ. Sur ZNS Zone 0. On continuera notre histoire. Il y a un event à faire déjà pour cette semaine. Et qu'est-ce qui et après on va essayer d'avancer également sur d'autres sujets qui sont qui ont été ajoutés et qui n'ont pas encore été faits. Voilà. Donc, comme dit, on se retrouve donc la semaine prochaine soir pour la suite sur honkaistarrail. Au plus tôt mardi. Mais je pense ça faut voir. Faut voir ce que je dois enregistrer la semaine prochaine sur Genshin Impact. Bref. C'est donc tout en tout cas. On se laisse donc là-dessus. N'hésitez pas à laisser passer une bonne nuit. Laissez un pouce bleu, etc. si ça vous a plu. Et je vous dis donc au revoir et à bientôt pour la suite. Ciao, bye bye. Bonne soirée.